Okay, and we've got the climbers coming out here now. We're starting with the women's finalists. They're coming out in the order from qualifiers last night. So Sienna Kopf first out. She was in 6th place after the qualifiers. Cloe Coscoy was in 5th.
Next is Cloe Coscoy.
There's CC out there next to the MC.
Yeah.
And Chloe on her way out, taking 5th in qualifiers.
Can't miss Cece out there. I love the shorts. Got Chloe coming out there now, so Cloe Coscoy just joined her. And Thea Wulff coming 4th out of the qualifiers.
And moving on to Mira Capicchioni.
Yeah, and now we've got Mira Capicchioni out here. 3rd out of the qualifiers for the women.
And next, the Boulder Field, Meagan Martin.
All right.
Meagan Martin on her way out. That's hometown hero from Sacramento. Well, climbs here at the Boulder Field gym. Heading up to the pad. There she is there. And number 1 coming out, Madere. Took 1st place in the qualifiers.
Yeah.
Actually talking earlier with her, and she was wondering if coming in first was going to be beneficial to this, the way this comp is going to be held. Getting the first try on each problem.
All right, then you can see the list of the 6 women out there. Super strong yesterday in the qualifiers. There was a really strong field. These 6 ladies did great. Really awesome watching them climb. All right.
Here they go. Here we go.
Here's Maya on the wall, first out of qualifiers.
She's going to get a moment here to check out the problem, figure out her beta, and hoping to get an early send, take off into the lead.
Yeah, the competitors were, this is a new format to them. They weren't quite sure what to expect from it, weren't quite sure what it was going to be like for the competitors and for the crowd, so we're all going to find out together here.
Talk to the setters about the women's problem number 1 here. It looks like they did say this was physically the easiest problem, of course, being the first one. It's going to be either a run across this starting level or a very controlled walk. It can be done both ways.
I think we're going to see a run here.
Looks like it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's going to be difficult. Going to have to go quicker than that.
All right, Meagan is coming up. Meagan Martin coming up onto the wall.
And Meagan really excels at these sort of dynamic movements.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, very quick. Yep. Gonna have to catch that hold and control a barn door.
Yeah, and exactly what the setters are going for here is really dynamic movement on this one to very precise stop at the next hold there.
Yeah.
All right, here's Mira. Oh. Competitors are all kind of figuring out their way across this rail. Thea's up next.
Oof, very balancy. Those ledges don't give a lot to stand on.
Oh, interesting. Trying to maybe take a walk-in approach here. Yeah, Chloe's going to go for the more
slower.
Slow kind of walk across. See how this works out.
Kind of hard to tell from this angle, but it's a very slabby wall. No overhang here. Oh, wow.
And she went back to the run.
Yep, closest we've seen.
All right, Sienna Kopf up here, scoping it out.
Now, how many zebras and leopards had to be shaved for that outfit?
I believe 0.
Oh. Wow,
All right.
Look at the balance.
Wow, CC's first one across there. Sienna Kopf goes by CC as well.
This could be huge for her too. This is getting out ahead and possibly finishing this will just put her on course to start working on problem number 2.
Yep. All right. And rest of the top out here, nothing terribly difficult compared to the other problems, but does have some slick feet on it. So we'll see if we see any cutting there.
Exactly. She's going to have to watch her feet here because the other side of these holds are not textured. They're slick plastic, and
All
she does it.
Cece's the first one to top problem 1.
Well done, Cece.
All right, so she's going to advance on to problem 2, and the rest of the field here now is going to try to catch up, but they can't move on until they complete problem 1.
Ooh. Just ran out of momentum.
All right. Yeah, you can see Cece over there on problem 2. Much different feel for this problem. Whoa. Meagan just gave another go there. Looks like this one is still stumping the second round over there with the rest of the competitors. Mira's got it. Yep.
Wow. Incredible balance.
Looking good up the rest of the top here. And we can see CC getting ready to go on number 2. All right, Mira's working her way through to the top here. Foot looks good.
Another finish. She's going to be able to head on over to problem number 2 and start working on that.
And Mira's our youngest competitor in the finals tonight, 14 years old. Only been climbing 5 years, which I guess is a long time when you're 14. So definitely just showing some real expertise here already.
Yeah.
Second one to advance on to number 2.
That's going to be the crux of this problem. That's, as the setters have pointed out. Once they reach that, they're going to have to drop down into the dihedral and really stick their footing on that final move.
All right. Chloe's got a top now on number 1.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I think that was some unexpected beta.
Yep, nice save there. All right, see if Maya gets the top here and he can advance on to number 2. Yeah, much different style than we saw in our last competition, the Force Majeure, which was much more focused on power. We've seen a lot more diversity in climbing styles here on these between the different problems. All right, Maya's looking good to get the top. Yeah,
she's got it.
All right, see over there on problem 2. Oh, there, Meagan stuck the run there. And on problem 2, Cece's getting ready for another go.
Avery, see your question online there. The men's finalists is Kang, Kaito Watanabe, Colin Duffy, Joe Diaz, Ross Fulkerson, and Solomon Barth. But right now, we're enjoying the women's finals. Here we go for that difficult reach here on the high point on women's number 2. Let's see if she can stick it this time. Yeah. Oh, wow. So trying to find the right part of that hold to get the good pinch.
All right, Thea made it across the initial run there on problem 1, hoping to join her competitors over on number 2. Chloe's making
Chloe on number 2.
Yeah.
Again, it means a lot to finish these problems first. It means you get usually a few attempts by yourself to try out the next problem.
Yeah, and again, the winner is going to be whoever gets to the 5th problem first and successfully, well, whoever successfully
There it is.
completes the first problem.
Well done, Chloe.
And Chloe's the first one to complete problem 2. She's going to advance on to number 3. So for those just tuning in, way different format than you normally see in the pros finals. They're advancing from boulder to boulder, so competitors can't move to the next boulder until they complete the one before it.
Calling this the video game format. Gotta beat level 1 to get to level 2. Got Chloe here.
As a non-video game
3.
player, I'm glad you explained that to me because I was trying to figure that out. All right, Chloe's going for number 3 here.
It is possible that they've hidden a warp whistle somewhere in the level, but I'll have to check with Carlo on that.
All right. Chloe's here, number 3. You can see a whole different movement on this problem. More powerful between the slopers, these large slopers here. They got to do those presses into the corner.
Out to these pinches, and these pinches are not easy pinches to grip. Good body tension there.
Yeah. I'm gonna need a lot of compression.
Yeah.
Get that toe on. Yeah, turning it into the heel.
strength,
Wow. Really powerful move there.
Chloe is making some serious progress here. If she gets able to get this, this will put her.
Wow, look at that pinch.
Whoa!
Oh,
Wow.
and look at that fall.
Dre fall.
I will say there were some very dynamic falls yesterday during the qualifiers. I actually saw Joe Diaz do a flip coming off, a full flip.
Wow.
With a beautiful landing.
Wow.
Coming off one of the problems.
3-point superhero landing.
Oh, definitely.
That's
All right.
Cece there, working her way through number 2.
Yeah, Miss Cece's making good progress there. She's got to drop down now into that dihedral. Last hold's a little bit lower.
I wonder if this
There we
climbing
go.
style is a little frustrating for some of the climbers. They just have to wait until whoever's ahead of them is finished.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear their feedback on this because it does seem like that could get a little bit stressful, a little bit.
Oh, wow. That's
Ow.
what I was talking about with that sticking those feet.
Wow.
That talked to Carlo earlier, and it is really about finding the right place to stab those feet and get control on that final move.
Yeah, I'll say this modern climber style does tend to lead towards some potential for some interesting and potentially painful falls.
Yeah,
so there was
absolutely.
one of the competitors had a little bit of a chin scrape on the way down. I don't believe anybody that's in the finals here, but a little chin scrape coming off during the qualifiers.
Yeah, if you check the Boulder Field Instagram, Carlo was posting some pictures earlier of some blood left behind on some of the holds. So
All right, here goes Chloe. Trying to work through this section, looking strong.
yeah, got a nice toe hook around the corner there on the Walltopia walls. Trying to switch the hand. Wow. Trying to get those the hands to the left so you can move the feet back to the right on that problem. And Meagan Martin here now on number 2. Successfully grabs that meat hook. And here is the challenge, stepping up to this high point. And she does it with a great drop knee.
Whoa.
Ooh, wow. Just not quite getting that pinch in the right position.
Okay, yeah, so you can see what we're talking about with this format. You know, you've got one person at a time focused on their problems until they get further along and maybe a little bit more spread out. There's going to be a fair amount of waiting for the competitors here. All right, Chloe's going to give another attempt on number 3. Cece's trying to get through number 2 still. right, Cece's looking good. See how she does going into dropping down into there, trying to get to the top. Just kind of launching themselves out the wall there, like a big smile. Big smile with those, as Cece called them, her space buns on her head. I love that term. Makes her easy to identify out there. You can't keep track of her with the leopard print and the zebra. All right, Chloe is giving this another go, looking super strong despite the fact that she just flew back from Ecuador. She was competing in the Pan Ams down there the last few days. This is her fourth day on in a climbing comp, including flying back from Ecuador to California yesterday and jumping on the wall. So amazingly strong given all that travel. Yeah, looks like that section's stumping her there. All right, we got Maya on the wall. Maya Madere going for problem 2. All right, she's looking good there. All right, let's see how she does on this move into the finish. Yeah, Maya was curious to see if there was going to be an advantage to coming out first from the qualifiers. I'll have to talk to the competitors afterwards here. Oh, and she's down. Pretty rough fall there. Yeah, and I'm not sure how much advantage coming out early in the qualifiers was, and kind of just depends how things go on that first.
Really, yeah, it's about just figuring out that beta. Whoever's not only first to figure out the beta, but to successfully implement it and get through that problem. Because if you're the one that cracks the crux, but you don't finish it, you might just give it away to the competitor behind you, who could jump out in the lead. It's a very interesting format. Meagan using that toe hook there to stabilize. This is that drop down into the dihedral. It's a difficult move, but she's finished the crux. So dropping down here and getting good foot position should finish this up for her.
Oh,
wow.
So close.
Yeah, very close. We got Chloe back on number 3 here. She's got to work up to that pinch to the heel hook and then fight her way through. This is obviously the tough section of the problem. Once she's through here, should be home free.
Yeah, and the setters put these up anticipating that all of the climbers ultimately will be able to get through these problems. Just more of a question of who gets through them first is what they're trying to judge. Wow.
Look at that strength, flexibility.
That is amazing.
You can hear the crowd going wild. Chloe has everything I do not
All right,
have.
she's got a wow, new high point there for Chloe. And again, guys, remember, this is her 4th day on in an event. Just flew back from Ecuador, competing at the Pan Am Games, and wow.
What an effort. Yeah, Chloe's out of the Bay Area, so almost a local climber. Talked to her earlier. Her advice to you new climbers out here who might be watching is to drink lots of water. That's good advice for anyone, really. I think I'll have another beer.
Megan's giving it another go.
Take the time to thank our sponsors. You can see Walltopia and Black Diamond out there on the walls. Really putting a lot of Black Diamond, our main sponsor, putting out a huge amount for the purses for these climbers to compete for.
Big smile. Big smile there for Megan.
Walltopia, Flashed, Unparalleled Sports as well. Friction Labs Chalk. And Temple Coffee, our local Sacramento sponsor.
And my favorite coffee shop.
Absolutely.
All right. Sienna Kopf, CC's trying on the wall there.
Looks like Megan's down there on number 3, giving it a brush.
That'll be interesting. So now we get starting to see some more competitors on number 3. All right, Mira's giving it a go there on number 2 still. Yeah, it was interesting. Out of the qualifiers, the general consensus from the competitors was not what they were expecting from the modern climber. So they were expecting more parkour, more jumps, more tricks.
Right, which they're seeing now.
Yeah, so I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag, but wanted to reassure them that they were not going to be disappointed out here.
I got my number 2 here. Going up for that that tall reach up there to the pinch.
Nice.
Perfect. And this is it. This is
Yeah.
making that stab out to the volume out there, the sphere volume.
Yeah, Chloe out here, another powerful effort. I should mentioned her 4 days on in a row in comps. She not only competed at the Youth Pan Am, but she actually won the Youth Pan Am just a few days ago.
Wow. And I think that's
and
the
you can
first
see
time
why.
to match the pinch over there.
Now she actually did get her.
Oh, did she?
She did get up to the next hold.
Awesome.
Let's see if she can get that high point and then.
Oof.
Oh, so close for.
Oh, wow. Again, big falls coming from these problems.
So I suspect the competitors are not going to be disappointed with the modern climber finals meeting their expectations of the style.
Absolutely. This is some exciting setting. It's putting forth some great climbing, showcasing a lot of different skills here. A lot of power, a lot of balance, flexibility. This has got it all. Got Meagan Martin on number 3 here.
Looking strong.
Yeah, Megan loves to crush the hell out of a pinch.
Yep, I could see her doing well on this. Look at that pinch, so strong. Oh, just gonna just gonna pull up on campus that pinch. No, like it's nothing, no big deal. Oh, and Megan is making that look solid.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Crowd's going wild for her too. Nice stable finish, no problem.
First one to top number 3. And that's what's really interesting here is, Megan's gets over there and gets through it.
Yep, that puts her in the lead.
Yep. She goes on to number 4.
That's got to put a little bit of comfort in her, too. Thea here, number 2, trying to wrap it up.
Yeah, and just can see that being a real challenge here in this style of if you encounter a problem that's maybe not quite catered to your strengths, you get stuck at it for a fair amount of time.
Absolutely, yeah. That can be very frustrating.
Oh,
wow, I thought she had it that time. That is tough. It's about getting that momentum over to that final hold.
Yeah, and Thea really likes powerful moves, so a lot of this is going to cater to her. So it'll be interesting to see when she moves on, gets into some of the other problems here. I'd love to see her on number 3. All right, see if CC follows along.
Yeah,
what she saw from Megan here and works out her own way to do this.
CC's been climbing for about 6 years, and she told me earlier that she's just stoked on all different styles in this comp. She's saying it's taken everything. It's taken there's a lot of power, a lot of balance, slab, and she really likes showing her strength off on some of these showy comp moves. So she absolutely loves this kind of climbing.
Yeah, it's a younger field here overall. A lot of the competitors are teenagers. A lot of them have been climbing a long time though. Meagan
working up through number 4 here. Number 4, this is that chimney press, a very wrestly problem as it's described by the setters. There's just got to just fight your way through these huge volumes.
Which I feel like is going to play to Meagan's strengths here.
Yeah.
But you can see it's a little bit awkward there. Just working her way up there.
You got to find a way to wedge yourself in there, take time, maybe grab a burrito or a taco from the truck and then finish the problem.
Yeah, we do have some delicious food out here at the food truck. Had the Citizens Comp earlier today, which was great fun if you were able to make it out for that. If not, highly encourage you guys to check it out next year.
Or right now, it's a rainy day in Sacramento.
That's
Talked to the
true.
climbers. They weren't too worried about the rain, as the Boulder Field does have a roof and it's working well. So none of the climbing holds getting wet.
All right, Maya's still trying to get past number 2 here.
There it comes. It's all about that foot placement here. Can she get it?
Oh, gosh.
Just that
Oh my
momentum
God.
getting over to that volume is difficult.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's getting a little intimidating. Throwing your face at the wall repeatedly would not be my favorite problem in the world.
No.
All right, Chloe's seeing if she can.
She's got to be getting tired on
Yeah.
that problem too.
Yeah.
Those pinches, they wreak havoc on the forearms.
Yeah, and for those that were either interested in the Citizens Comp, maybe a little bit worried about doing all of these throws and crazy trick kind of moves, toned down a little bit for the Citizens Comp.
For us normal people.
Yep, just a lot of great problems today. Really great setting, really good crew out here, great mix of folks. The comps have been a lot of fun, and today was no different. Great energy, great way to escape from the rain when all of the rocks are covered in snow or wet outside.
Yeah, I was talking to Meagan Martin about her projects, and she was saying that they're all under snow now thanks to that recent storm. So
Yeah. All right, Cece's trying to knock out number 3. We got Thea over on number 2.
there's Meagan Martin
Oh, we got
over
3
there.
on the wall at once
Yeah.
here. Awesome. See how Meagan does this chimney press.
Looking good so
Ugly,
far.
ugly press.
Not easy.
Not ugly
though.
from her, just that's my view of chimneys.
This one making us all think of
There
wonderful
we
Christmas
go.
time. Santa Claus coming up the chimney. You can see it must be a struggle for him every year.
Doesn't he come down the chimney?
Well, but he's got to get back out.
No, doesn't he could walk out the door?
That's true.
All right, Meagan is pressing up here after a little rest in the
Ooh,
chimney.
Just
She's
gotta get up a little bit higher and she'll be set.
She's got to get both
There
hands
it
on
is.
there with
There it is.
control, and
Yep.
she's got it. Megan's doing great here. Only one to finish 3 and 4, so she's well ahead of the pack right now.
Well ahead. Must be
Carlo
stoked.
is throwing the camera in her face there. She's smiling.
Talked to Megan earlier. She's said she's focusing on not being injured at the moment, and she is actually, this is going to be her last comp for a while. She's going to be taking off to do some commentating, hopefully not taking our jobs.
Oh, dang, we
But
better
yeah.
watch out.
Yeah, right. She's going to be switching gears and commentating for ESPN for the U.S. Climbing National, so that's
Oh,
pretty
that's
exciting
awesome.
for her. Yeah.
That's great. All right. Chloe's back on number 3 here, trying to catch up to Megan. And so for those not sure on the rules here, again, the climbers have to advance problem to problem from 1 through 5. And so until Chloe completes this problem, she cannot move on to the next.
Switching heel hooks there.
Switching heel hooks.
Yes, got the pinch match.
She's looking solid on this.
Yeah, this is a good effort here. Again, this is about battling through that frustration too, knowing that you cannot progress until you finish a problem, and knowing you're stuck on that problem is that's just a mental game all in itself.
Why don't play many video games? All right.
There it is. I thought she had it.
Maya's so close on that. Yeah, you can see the frustration there.
Yeah.
All right, while they're brushing here, just a little bit more about the Citizens Comp, because I really want to highlight this, because I'd love to see more folks out. There will be another series next year with actually 4 events for the year, also sponsored by Black Diamond at conjunction with the Boulder Field here. And
these sponsors put in some serious prizes, even for the citizens. They some great gear I saw getting tossed out there.
yeah, there was crash pads going out from Black Diamond, some really great wool insulated jackets. Got
chalk, coffee, all kinds of things.
Chalk, coffee, got Friction Labs, Flashed, Temple Coffee, all donating prizes. Waltopia also donating to the overall event here, one of our sponsors as well.
Great coffee, kombucha, and beer from local suppliers. And an awesome field, too. Just a great great vibe from all the citizen competitors.
All right. Mira's working on number 2 here. Mira Capicchioni working her way through this.
And she's got it.
That's got to feel good.
Well done, Mira. Mira, just 14 years old, our youngest climber. Talked to her earlier. She's stoked to get her license in a couple years because she wants to drive all over and do a ton of outdoor bouldering. You can see the frustration building up in Maya there. That's what we were talking about, just being forced to climb the same problem over and over and not progress. That really got to get in your head.
All right, Thea's working out on number 3 here. All right, Meagan did something just off camera there.
Yeah, looks like Meagan moving over to number 5 here. If she's able to finish this, that will be that.
Yeah. And I'm seeing her shadow drop on the side there. It looks like Meagan was down, and Thea just came off number 3 too. All right, Chloe back on it.
See Meagan figuring out her beta there for number 5. All right, we got Chloe here hoping to finish up. Ladies, number 3.
All right. We got Meagan going on number 5.
Yeah, Meagan working through
Final problem.
the last problem. If she's able to finish this, that will settle it. She will have won tonight's competition.
Oh.
This is a real test of that core strength and being able to keep those toe hooks, those heel hooks.
Yeah, and a lot of cash money on the line here tonight. So in addition to the cash purse for all of the finishers, starting with $3,500 for first place, there's also going to be a first, second, and place for the overall series winner for all 3.
Yeah, $3,500 for first place. That will purchase 10 Black Diamond Mondo crash pads.
That is a lot of Black Diamond Mondo crash pads. How about second place at $2,000, Ryan?
Well, $2,000 will buy you about 250 Waltopia climbing holds.
Third place for $1,000?
Yes, if you come in third, you will easily be able to purchase 121 flashed brushes. Keep those holds dry for you.
Pause for a moment here. Watch CC on this. See if she's able to get through this really powerful move and keep the eye on Meagan over there on the left on the final problem.
Look at those toe hooks. Just taking her time, chalking up. Wow. Ridiculous core strength.
So strong.
She's trying to move through here. That next hold is a huge jug. It's just about getting to
Yeah.
it. And you can see that is a difficult throw.
So back to our cash prizes here, because I'm sure you guys want to hear what else you can get with what these guys might purchase. So fourth place is going to get $750.
$750 is going to buy 5 pairs of unparalleled Neutro VCS climbing shoes.
Yeah, and I just got a pair of unparalleled shoes myself,
How do you like 'em?
I really like them a lot. I will say I was a little skeptical, not knowing anything about them, and I'm hooked. I'm a fan.
Hooked.
Fifth place, coming away with $500.
$500, that will easily buy you 33 5-ounce bags of Friction Lab climbing chalk.
Wow, that's great news. And then what if our competitors sixth place win $250, Ryan?
Sixth place, you're still going to get $250. That is still going to buy you 15 bags of Temple coffee, preferably their Dharma espresso beans. Delicious. Feel free to share with me.
Got a month's supply. Great.
You got a month out of 15 bags? Sure.
Yep, that's about right. Yeah, interesting. I was going to say a lot of pressure on Meagan here, a lot of pressure on all these guys, but she does have a little bit of distance. Nobody's even completed the fourth boulder besides her, so she's actually got a little bit of time to work through this and figure it out.
You can see that kind of running start to a jump to a toe hook is the way this begins.
This is sick. Look at that.
There it is.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh! And what she's thrown to is a really large hold there, really really solid hold, big open hole.
Yeah.
But you can see it's going to be very challenging to get to that.
Yep. Challenging to the. All right, Maya here, still powering through number 2.
You really want to see her get past this and move on to the other problems.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see she's obviously got the beta worked out. It's just that last move here, just sticking those feet properly and getting that final hold. Got Chloe here trying to finish up number 3. Again, back to the double heel hook switch here. She's got the match.
All right, Maya's about to go, number 2.
Oh, much better. Yeah. Here it is. Oh, wow.
And Maya's not sticking the end there.
What I love about the climbing community, though, you can see each of these women, they come back, sit together, laugh, talk out the beta. There's obviously a competition here, but at the same time, they're all enjoying each other's company and enjoying the vibe of the whole ordeal they're sharing.
Yeah, and it was great yesterday watching the qualifiers of, they'll see competitors walk up and ask somebody, hey, do you want beta? Basically telling their competitors, giving them something that'll help them get up the climb that they're directly competing on them with. And it's one of the cool things about climbing competitions and just the community in general. Don't see that in a lot of sports.
Definitely. All right, we got CC here working on number 3. Hoping to get that cheetah skin up these holds.
Yeah, and just looking at the comments here, yeah, I think hoping the rest of the pack gets past the third boulder. Totally agree. It'd be nice to see that. That was the intent behind the problems here, was to make them just hard enough so that you could keep the competitors flowing through and keep everybody kind of right on each other's tail.
Yeah, they definitely. Wow,
nice.
What a great catch there. That looked difficult.
Yeah.
A lot of effort.
All right, CC.
Oh, and looking
This is
good
looking strong
here for
here.
the finish.
Oh, so close.
Boy, that last move, just out of reach.
CC Kopf, so close to the finish on number 3. Yeah, because once these guys get past number 3, still got to work their way through that chimney before they can catch up with Meagan and try to get past her for the first place finish.
We got Maya here on number 2. She's working her way through. And impressive stamina to be able to just keep burning through this problem.
Yeah, that really impresses me with the pros, both men and women,
Yeah.
how much they were able to put in over the 3-hour session last night.
Just the mental fortitude.
Oh, Maya.
There it is. She's got it.
Oh, she is excited. Well, she's relieved. She's something.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to read that face, but
It looked like a lot of relief to me.
and
And
look
a
at
hug
that.
from Meagan Martin. There you go. There's the climbing community right there.
Let me just take a break from trying to win this competition to come over and hug my competitor.
Exactly.
Climbing's awesome. All right, Megan's back on the wall. Trying to go for the first place here. Oh, wow. All right, for those tuning in, the men's finals will be coming up shortly after we finish up with the women here.
Yeah, just an hour to finish these 5 problems. Not an easy thing to do.
And again, on the format here, they all started out in the order that they placed in qualifying and then had to start at the first boulder, the first of 5. And then it's whoever can get through it first, whoever completes it first moves on to the next problem, but you cannot move on to the next problem until you complete the one that you're at. And then you progress in order that you can finish them.
All right, competitors, we're down to our last 20 minutes.
Got Chloe here trying to finish up number 3. The setters did say that this is just such a strong finish, and to get through all that balance and all that work on those pinches, to be able to maintain that control for that finish is going to be greatly difficult.
All right, they still have some time left here, but I'm sure they're feeling the pressure to get through number 3.
We got Megan working on number 5 at her leisure with nobody on number 4 at the moment.
Yeah, and I see the question there on who's winning. So yeah, Megan is 2 problems ahead of the rest of the pack, which in this format, if she can finish problem 5, she will win the competition. All right, just got under 20 minutes left in the competition here.
There we go, CC again.
And the remainder of the places, for example, if they don't get past this 3rd problem here,
It's going to be the first person to get to the last completed problem. So if they all get stuck here on number 3, then it's going to be the first person who got to number 3 that will take 2nd place, and so on. Oh, wow. You can see, watch the start of this problem here with Megan. It's from a running jump toe hook. Switching back around to another toe hook, then to ladder through these next holds. And then realizes, do you have the ability to, while you're fully extended like this, make that move to the jug, and she almost had it. Wow.
yeah, so close. Yeah, you can see a lot here of what the setters were going for, and what I think what the competitors were hoping for when they heard the modern climber format. A lot of jumping, a lot of dynamic movement, tricks, parkour, trickery. We were hearing a lot of that. Some of the setters were joking around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can just see the precision here that you've got to have, and figuring out your hand placement, doing that swap there on the hands.
Right, this
It's a lot of the modern climbers, not just the parkour and the tricks. It's the really beta intensive. It's a heel hook over your arm. Wow.
Yeah, that I don't think it's.
Oh
even,
my
ooh,
gosh,
and then
that
another
did
fall.
not look like a pleasant fall. Oh, Mira's walking away, no problem from that.
Of course, yes. Whereas I would be carted out.
I would never be hanging upside down for those 2 holes to begin with. The power and the skill these ladies are
The
showing
confidence
is amazing.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
just to know you've got it in you. These are some incredible women we've seen climbing tonight. We got Maya working through, who struggled at number 2 for quite a while. Now is hoping to pull ahead. If she moves on to number 4, that would put her in 2nd place.
Yeah, so you can really quickly go from being the back of the pack to if it's a level that, like going back to the video game analogy, this levels suit your style. You can quickly move past it, get on to the next level.
This would be equivalent to finishing the water puzzle in Ocarina of Time, for those of you video game nerds out there.
Whoa. Look at that strength. Oh, wow.
Just got a little locked up there.
Oh, my gosh.
You can see a little shoulder pain.
My shoulder hurts just watching that. All right, Thea's up here. Thea Wulff going for number 3, while Megan's about to make a run and jump for number 5. Burly indeed, looking at, oh, I thought she had that.
Boy, the crowd is going to explode when she lands that jug.
Yep. And it's not done from there. She's still got to get through some tricky moves to the top.
Absolutely. Categorically. See the ladies taking a break down here, working on their beta. It's interesting to watch each of them prepare what their pre-game is. Some of them was just non-stop climbing. Some of them was Greek yogurt. I watched another eat a burrito. So you just never know what it takes to really crush when it comes to modern climbing.
All right, Mira's on the wall here.
Finding the right foot position, trusting that rubber on the shoes, getting the pinch to the heel. Looking real smooth so far.
Yeah, just got that hand switched. Figuring out her path.
Boy, finding the right spot for that pinch just to get the best grip. Looks like she's working her way through. Can she move the feet to the other side? A lot of endurance.
Whoa, almost a little bit of a knee bar in there. Wow. Yeah, and these women all climbed really strong last night too for a 3-hour session. Quite impressive coming in and pulling out this much power. Just all the competitors amazed at the endurance.
Let's go, Maya.
All right, Maya's on the wall. Maya Madere. I think Megan must be giving it a little bit of a rest on problem 5.
Yeah, no pressure from at the moment from the other competitors, but Maya could change that. She did come close last time.
All right. He's looking strong on this. Wow.
Athleticism, though, that's got to be a tiring move. Their shoulders must be killing them. Just having to do that press over and over.
All right,
There we
Megan's
go.
going to give it another go. She can grab that ring.
Just get the toe hook. This is just full extension here.
Yeah, and again, if she tops this problem, she will be the winner.
Come on, Megan, you got this. Let's go.
Come on.
Oh. Right before the final started, we did have the awards for the Citizens Comp, both for today's event and for the series. So really encourage folks to come out if you haven't checked it out, or hopefully join us next year when we'll have 4 events in the series with Black Diamond and the Boulder Field, the Boulder Field Masters. Great prizes, as we were talking about. Got a lot of great t-shirts and caps and chalk and everything going out to the crowd
Chalk,
in general.
coffee.
There's a raffle. I've never been a huge fan of competing in climbing comps, but I was pretty
For somebody
pretty
that
stoked to do it
isn't
in
a
for the
huge
swag.
fan, I think my cohort here, Julie, actually came out first place in your division. Isn't that right?
I may have. It's a rather small division, but I did. But I'm in it for the swag, and I would encourage more folks to come out.
Absolutely. Come get a crash pad. Julie's got plenty.
There's youth divisions, masters divisions for over 40, beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So something for everybody. Would say don't be intimidated. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's all the pros here did say that, if you feel intimidated, just come out and enjoy the vibe, because the Citizens Comp is it's all about getting together and having fun. And you can see even these pros competing against each other are all having a good time, enjoying each other's company. Yeah,
it was an interesting mix of some stress, some thinking about wondering what the comp was going to be like, but they all consistently, everybody we asked that question was wanting to come out and just have fun.
Just have fun, exactly.
And win, I'm sure. Get some of that cash prize that's out there.
Yeah, huge purse put up between all 3 of these competitions at the Boulder Field here in Sacramento. Our sponsors all putting forward quite a big purse, and again, first prize getting $3,500 cash. Those sponsors being Black Diamond Equipment, our flagship sponsor. Of course, Walltopia, who's designed these awesome walls you're seeing the climbers on right now. Yep, and also a lot of swag and contributions to the comp from Flashed, Unparalleled Sports, Friction Labs, Temple Coffee. All got great products. Casey watching online, I think you're asking, she's looking to grab the jug there. There is a large jug at that next move after she works through that ladder in the beginning. Yeah, it's a ring-shaped jug that she's going for, so. It is a jug. It's just about being able to target it and make that distance when you're already so extended. Oh yeah, definitely actually a jug. If you're in the Sacramento area, you'll be able to come check out these problems, climb them yourselves in the next few days. Yeah, Boulder Field will be open tomorrow, 8 to 8. Come on out. Grab a cappuccino. Grab a beer after you're done climbing. Maybe not 8 a.m. Maybe not at 8 a.m. Sure. No, the problems will be up and open. So the finals problems will be up here. There's also a ton of climbs on the wall from the Citizens Comp, and from personal experience, I can say they were really great setting. Really enjoyed them. Made you think, made you work.
and just general consensus from everybody I was talking to today was really enjoying the problems as a
setting
whole.
is always top-notch here at the Boulder Field, Sacramento's premier bouldering gym. And we got Meagan back on number 5, trying to work through, and Maya on number 3 here.
All right.
See both competitors. After Meagan makes this next reach, now she's got to reach out to that jug. This is just a huge pull while almost horizontal. There it is, and she's got it.
Yes, the crowd is going wild.
And
She is stoked.
She is stoked. And she needs to pull out a portal edge, set up a tent, and relax for a while.
Yeah, Kyle, we may be able to say it for real, but she certainly is on that the path. I see a comment from Kyle there. Can we just say Meagan wins? She is well in the lead right now, and she may clinch it right here.
And we've got Maya, too, struggling through number 3.
Oh, this is
Meagan getting up to that second to last hold.
Meagan
Maya
and Maya
also, both of them getting the crowd just rowdy.
Oh,
Meagan, look at this. That's it. Meagan Martin takes it.
Meagan just took the win.
First to finish number 5. That means she is in first place.
That is awesome. Look at that smile.
What a great way to finish. She did say that this was going to be her last comp for quite a while when she goes to start doing some announcing for ESPN. Mara's amazing, getting a hug there from her competitors. Well done, Meagan.
Yeah, Meagan was jokingly talking earlier about being by far the oldest competitor out here at 30 years old, but clearly pays off.
She's got that experience, got that strength.
All right, I know I saw the question there on how much time is left. We'll try to find that out for you here. All right, we're in the last few minutes here. We'll get the exact time for you. Oh,
we got 4.5 minutes
4.5
left.
minutes. There we go.
Yep. So anyone that pushes on now to number 4 is going to be knocked out into second place, and that's going to be that's a $2,000 prize.
Yeah, and Sanju, I'm sorry, I don't know how to answer that question. But cricket match all around.
Feel free to jump in on our live feed if you're watching and chat along with us. We're happy to answer any questions.
No, that was I'm still amazed. That send by Meagan, that was great. Beautiful to watch, and I think exactly the sort of display of power they were wanting to see here.
Definitely. And showing it that it can be done. All right, we got Chloe here working through number 3. Again, these aggressive pinches.
Yeah, I don't think the setters were anticipating the woman would get just
held
have
up
as
here,
much,
yeah.
get held up at this spot. They were hoping to see them progress through a little more throughput through these problems.
And you could see that with problem number 4. I think, it's pretty straightforward. So I think they were looking for everyone to get to number 5 and really struggle to compete and finish number 5 first. But Meagan has taken that and taken first. Chloe just missing on number 3 there.
Yeah, because if somebody can get the top here on number 3, that is going to almost guarantee them second place by being the first one at the 4th problem with just the short amount of time that we have left. All right, Cece getting back on the wall here. Trying to make her move to second place.
All right, That's Cece there on number 3, trying to finish this out. She's got the crowd behind her. And again, the way it's going to work is if anyone is able to get to problem 4, finish number 3 here, then that's going to move them into second place. If not, then it's just going to be who got to problem number 3 first. And then second, third, fourth, all the way down to last. Cece looking good here.
All right, 1.5 minutes left to go. We're coming down to the tail end here. It's going to be interesting to see if we get any of the women past problem 3 here.
Mr. Fish, I see you there on the live chat. This is similar to what Alex Honnold does. Alex is more of a high ball boulderer. So he is actually one of the best high ball boulderers in the world. Tends to do things that are well over 30 feet high, you know, sometimes well over 100 feet high. So he's an incredible high ball boulderer, but I've actually talked to him before, and he's not a huge gym boulderer, so I think you're seeing even stronger boulderers right here on the live feed.
And by very high ball bouldering, I guess he means over, you know, several thousand feet. All right, here we go. Here on the wall. 30 seconds left. You can see if the competitors can get started on the problem before time finishes, they can complete their attempt. So you see Maya down there hoping that she can jump on like she's doing. So Maya has a chance at second place here. She's going to be the last competitor on the wall. If she can top this, it'll catapult her in second place. Otherwise, it's going to be a question of who got to the boulder first, and then in the order from there. Looking strong.
I'll watch Maya here. Hopefully she's able to finish this up, move herself into second place. And then we are going to move quickly to the men's competition.
All right, exciting finish here.
She's really giving it her all here. You can see a lot of stability working through this problem. Chalking up.
She's got a chance here going into second.
This could do it.
Come on, Maya.
This is not an easy grab.
Oh.
Good effort. Great effort. And that's going to do it for us for these women. Looking strong out there.
Okay, and we'll have the men coming up in just a few minutes here, and we've got 6 finalists here out of yesterday's qualifiers. Solomon Barth out there first, followed by Ross Fulkerson.
Ross Fulkerson there in the yellow tank. Solomon in the blue there.
Joe Diaz coming out.
Joe Diaz, local climber, coming out. And you see Carlo there working the camera. That's the owner of the Boulder Field here in Sacramento.
Colin Duffy on his way out as well. Third coming out in order, reverse order. So Colin third out of the qualifiers. Kaito Watanabe is coming out. He was second out of qualifiers. Yeah, in first place qualifier, Tim Kang is coming out now. So these are the 6 guys that climbed yesterday and had the top scores out of the qualifying rounds. They had 10 problems that they all attempted yesterday, and those that had the most tops out of those and most level of points came into the qualifying round here, came into the finals, sorry. So successfully complete it.
And we just heard the countdown. Here we go. This Tim here is going to give us our first try on this problem.
Yep, and again, they're going in the order that they came out of qualifying. And so if Tim gets this, he can move on to number 2 and keep trying number 2. Otherwise, he's got to stay at number 1 until he completes it. None of the competitors can move past a given problem until they successfully top it. It's interesting watching the women's finals. Meagan Martin just took the win there, completing all 5 problems. But the rest of the field got stuck at problem number 3, so we'll see if the same thing happens here in the men's finals. Wow.
Yeah, you can see a tricky start to number 1 here.
Already looking like the modern climber out there.
Yep.
So
Some sort of cartwheel move to start into a double Lutz, it looks like.
I think we're in the wrong sport now, but definitely very dynamic. Very dynamic. Dynamic moves to precision.
Precision is the name of the game tonight. Just sticking these moves and controlling any barn door using that core.
Wow.
And there you go. Almost to the backflip exit.
So all of the competitors were talking about how surprised they were that there weren't as many tricks in the qualifying round. They were expecting, I think, more parkour-y, trickery, jumps, throws. We're seeing it already here in the first minute of competition. I think this is much more what they were anticipating to see.
We got Joe Diaz on the wall here. Give it a good try. And he's able to stick it. And I think these are the exact climbs that, that these climbers were looking for.
All right, setters were looking to make these first problems not terribly difficult to start seeing people advance through, or is relatively easier in difficulty, I should say.
And you can see there, so the way with this format works, Joe now, who came in, I think is the third climber.
Came in 4th.
Okay, yeah.
4th out of qualifiers.
So third to try this first problem, and that puts him in the lead. So now he is working problem number 2 by himself. And you can see number 2 there is the start hold is about, I don't know, what is that, 12 feet up off the pad there. We've got to go running up the wall and
Wow.
get to the start hold.
Definitely what I think folks were expecting to see out of the modern climber. So see how these guys do on it.
And we got, that's Tim Kane there, it looks like. What was that?
Oh, no, that's Kaito Watanabe.
Was that Kaito? Kaito. I
Kaito,
think.
sorry.
Yes.
Kaito's originally from Japan, living up in Toronto.
Yeah, he says he's enjoying living in Toronto. You can see Joe there running up the wall, hardcore parkour, and a swing there.
All right, Colin stuck the move there on number 1. Working his way through that boulder. And
Joe again
Joe's
to
getting
the.
that start.
Look
Whoa.
at that. Bouncy into the dihedral to grab
right.
that crimp.
Already we're seeing a lot of fun on these problems. This is great.
A lot of excitement. The crowd is into it. And Joe, wow, he's completed number 2, off to a good start here. That's Joe Diaz, local Sacramento climber.
Aw, thank you, Kyle. Just saw the comments there.
Joe was, earlier we saw him backstage. He was preparing for this climb by playing the ukulele. He's learning Rainbow Connections, which I think was written by Kermit the Frog.
That is what I hear from our pre-climbing interviews.
Look at that start.
That is just crazy.
The amount of focus to just, I don't know, not flail around.
Yeah, that dynamic movement to
Yeah.
just this precise catch is quite impressive.
And we got Joe here working on number 3 already.
Wow.
Off to a great start. Looks like we've got, yep, there's,
Yeah, that's
what do they call that? The double clutch? Oh,
wow.
he's trying to get out to those crimps. Big, quick parkour moves out to some powerful crimpy moves to finish that problem.
Yeah, what the setters were saying with their approach here is overall the difficulty of these problems is probably less than we've seen in previous competitions in the series, but they're trying to gate them just enough to spread out the field here and keep it interesting as the different climbers are able to progress through each one in kind of different amount of time. But we'll see if we get these guys held up on problem 1 here, like we kind of saw Holding's pattern on 3 for the women, or if they start to quickly progress through and catch up with Joe.
Looks like we got, is that Colin there
yeah,
on
we got
number
Colin
1?
Out there.
He's been climbing for 11 years. He's been climbing here at the Boulder Field Masters Series. He was in the force majeure last time and said he was super stoked to be climbing next to Daniel Woods, as that is one of his favorite climbers. Again, one of the reasons you gotta love the climbing community.
All right, Ross Fulkerson here, doing a great job catching that at the end of the dynamic movement there. Pretty awesome.
Got that sweet red man bun. Joe here working through number 3.
Yeah, I just didn't know what to say to that, Ryan.
Oof, and he comes down. That looks like is number 3 going to be the stall point for the men, just like it was for the women's.
Oh, Ross is looking solid on this. That's quite a move to the finish there. Yeah, on each of these problems, as we'll see the competitors progress through them. Great job there, getting the top for Ross. Moves him into 2nd place. He's the next one to get to problem 2. So we got Joe Diaz in 1st, Ross Fulkerson in 2nd.
Joe coming up number 3 here. There's that double clutch dyno maneuver.
Yeah, but lots of great variety on the problems here from the setters. So just making up terms over there, Ryan.
I'm doing my best as a millennial. I'm just trying to come up with new and exciting terms.
Or at least using them in new and exciting ways. All right, Ross is up at the start of number 2. Oh, cool little foot switch there. I'm going to incorporate that into my climbing.
I don't think I could even incorporate that into my walking.
All right, got Tim Kang on the wall here.
Tim up there finishing up problem number 1. Excellent. He's going to be moving on.
Yeah, so like the women, I don't think we're seeing a huge advantage for being first out of qualifiers. Tim Kang was first out of qualifiers yesterday. He's in 3rd place now.
Yeah, it is kind of an interesting format because being able to watch the other climbers who may not flash the problem but will give away some of the beta does give a bit of some help.
Yeah, we got Kaito over here on number 1. Ross on 2, doing that balancy section there. To a very precise move.
3 climbers on the walls. You can see that the men are off to
Kaito just moved into 4th place.
Yeah, Kaito moving up. They do have 1 hour to complete these climbs. Thanks for the question, Mary. We are following along with you if you're watching the live stream on YouTube. Ross has got to top this out. Oh, wow. Makes it through the whole thing and just couldn't quite pull off the finish. Tim here, getting up on number 2. He's going to work through this running into the dihedral move. And we got about 50 minutes left here.
It is a lovely shirt Ryan's wearing. Got a compliment for that.
Oh.
But back on the climbing here. Okay.
Thank you, Mary. I actually have a name for this outfit. It's called T Street Spring Fling.
Right.
Got Ross here, number 2.
Yep, and you got Solomon Barth over on trying to get through number 1.
Look at the balance into that dihedral out to the crimp.
Yeah, you saw that, all that pressure pressing against the volume there. It's just kind of a little hoppy move. This is, wow. Definitely we are seeing what the real, what I call definitely the modern climbing style here with just the jumps, the trickery.
Yeah, a lot of movement all over the wall.
Love it.
And you can see Joe must be feeling a little bit of pressure as the other competitors.
Oh, wow.
Man,
Ross so
just,
close there.
Yep. Just couldn't quite top it out.
Yeah, Tim's immediately on the wall. Tim is looking to catch up with Joe and take over. He's got to get past number 2 first, though, before he can move on to number 3. So very different than most competitions where the competitors can, if they're not really feeling one, not working out the moves, they can switch to another problem. Not an option here.
We are going to have to implement some sort of slow-mo instant replay. I don't even understand what happens on problem number 1. Their hands just sort of flail about and then they grab a hold.
That's what it appears to look like to me. Oh, there we go.
There it is, Tim finishing up number 2. Well done. Now some pressure on Joe Diaz as Tim is going to be joining him on problem number 3.
Yeah, and so jumps Tim up into 2nd place. Assuming I've got all the scoring figured out here, which I think I do so far.
I think so, yeah. Look at that
Wow.
first move on number 1. I don't what happens? we gotta have to walk through it next time.
Yeah. Great movement there by Colin to get up to the start hold on number 2.
I think you see a lot of this in Yosemite, this sort of swinging back and forth. And nope, and it's kind of a pendulum move we're seeing here. There it is,
look at that stick. That was awesome.
It shouldn't be possible, but obviously it is.
Wow.
And both of these climbers hoping to top these. Oh,
Saul comes off 1. All right.
well
Colin
done.
moves on. So Colin just jumped into 3rd.
Yeah, we got 3 of the gentlemen on problem 3 now. And now, is it Colin and Tim and Joe all have a chance to press on. And Joe, of course, being in 1st right now because he was the first to get to number 3. But if anyone pulls ahead of him and makes it to number 4 before him, they instantly pull to 1st place. Boy, if I had to give a V rating on any of these problems, when we come in and climb these after the competitions, I mean, the comp problems, the finals problems are almost impossible. So I would say they were at least V10.
So V2, Ryan?
On a good day.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, apologies. Don't have that handy from the setters. But we'll try to get some info on that we can post. All right. Kaito's looking to get past number 2 here. Not quite sticking that balancy pause point. But Colin is making great progress on number 3.
Yep, Colin hoping to pull into 1st place here.
Whoa, I thought he was
comes
going to
back
hang on to
down.
that. All right, Ross has got that move set there, jumping into the press between the volumes. He's looking solid. And Tim Kang on the right there,
Tim
trying
there,
3.
Yep. Oh. And Ross, sticking that final move there
Ross
on number
moves
2.
on.
That's going to put him in 4th place, I think.
All right, here's Colin again on 3. Wow, it's really impressive movement there.
This is quite a reach out to these crimps out here. Wow, and you've got to be, your targeting systems have to not malfunction if you're going to get those crimps.
That is true.
Looks like Kaito there working through number 2.
Nice, looking solid on that. Looks stay quite stable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got a good shot at the top here.
As long as that foot doesn't blow there, he looks like this should be no problem. Yep, looks like he's going to get it there.
Yep, Kaito was number 2 coming out of the qualifiers and just looked so strong. Did a great job last night. Really smooth climber, really impressive to watch.
Sticks that move out to the crimp. He's got to do a switch here. Gets his feet on, gets the next crimp. And the next move is the finish.
Here.
Oh,
all right.
Got it. Yep, controlled.
Joe moves on to the next boulder problem, number 4 of 5. Still in first place.
And Tim here. Oh,
whoa.
Tim takes a flat back. And Kaito, no, that's, is that Ross there? No, that's Solomon there, working through number 2.
Yep, okay, so Sol's made it past 1, on to 2. Meanwhile, Colin's climbing 3, and Joe's scoping out boulder 4.
And Solomon moving to top of end number 2. Sol over here, end number 3.
Yeah, we're not seeing yet the same sort of bottleneck we saw on the women's finals, where they all got stuck for a fairly long period of time at problem 3, and finally Meagan pushed past that to quickly go through number 4 and eventually work her way through 5 for the win.
Well, we watched Joe struggle on 3 for a little bit, but it just took a tiny bit of pressure from the other climbers, and he was able to push through that and get to number 4.
Uh-oh, Ross is making good progress there, though.
Yep, sticking that first crimp is going to be key to finishing this problem. Hope you guys are enjoying the live stream here from the Boulder Field in Sacramento, California. Come on down, grab a beer, grab a coffee, grab a kombucha. Enjoy the awesome route setting here.
Yeah, in addition to what you're seeing on the walls here, the other walls have a lot of problems from the Citizens Comp, which was, oh, sorry, I had to pause there while I look at that ridiculous move that Joe just turned himself in a circle.
Yeah, that he obviously has gone through some sort of portal. I don't know what just happened there. This is obviously the modern climber. I'm watching the replay.
You don't see that on the Ironman.
No. No, exactly. Yes.
Oh my gosh. As I was saying, there are some great problems up on the walls on the at the rest of the walls here at the Boulder Field. Climbed on some of them today, and everybody was super excited. Great route setting, super fun, challenging.
Now,
so come on down and check them out.
And what you're seeing here, this is the comp wall. This is about, I'd say, 1/5 of, maybe 1/6 of the gym.
Okay, we got to watch Joe do that again.
And Joe again with this backflip move.
Oh my gosh.
Which apparently locks him into position.
That is insane.
Just the ability to think through that.
I could think it all I want. That's never going to happen.
I think he's beginning to believe. He is the one.
Look at this. Look at that. Joe is pulling well ahead.
He's got a controlled finish on number 4.
Wow.
Well done, Joe.
Joe has one problem left to cinch the win, but anybody at this point could still catch up with him and overtake him. But it puts the pressure on these guys on number 3. Here goes Tim trying to look into, it's off, but looking to be able to advance.
I was looking,
catch up.
You see these red holds here. These red means danger. These holds, this problem, I'm excited to watch. This looked like the most difficult problem of the night, and of course it should be, as it's number 5 and would put Joe in first place and keep him there.
Now look at Colin going on number 3 here, trying to get that move out to one of those smaller holds. Oh, he's so close and just such strength there. Shaken out, gonna go back for it again.
I love you, Fish. I completely agree. That move did look like it was out of The Exorcist. Talking about Joe on problem number 4.
All right,
No
so
pea soup, though.
All right, we wrapped up the Citizens Comp earlier today, and this is some of you know, this is and heard us during the women's finals. This is the third of a 3-part series of the Boulder Fields Masters. So this one's the Modern Climber. We also had the Greatest Flasher and the Force Majeure, and today we saw the Modern Climber results as well as prizes were given out for the series winners as well. So a whole lot of swag being given out to the citizens today.
You really got to hand it to the sponsors. They put out a lot of money, a lot of prizes, a lot of donated swag. Just making it great for not only the pros climbing here, but anyone that came out to the Boulder Field here in Sacramento and joined in on the Citizens Comp.
Whoa. Yeah, some Black Diamond donating not only money for the purse here that we'll talk about in a bit, but also a lot of the Citizens Comp swag prizes and great products from Black Diamond. You know, I think a lot of you know them. Great climbing gear, also great snow gear, great trail running gear, and personally got a lot of their bags, crash pad, coats, and great equipment for all 3 of those things.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Indubitably.
down.
Yeah, that first place cash prize Joe's looking for, that's $3,500. If he's able to finish this problem before anyone else, that's his to claim.
Still prizes for 4th, 5th, and 6th, $750, $500, and $250 respectively.
Right.
And then add on to that, a lot of these guys have been competing in the full series, the 3-part series. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place prizes there, $3,000, $2,000, and $1,000. So a lot on the line here.
That's really pressing the sport forward to getting these cash purses to the next level and really kind of getting us ready for the premiere on the Olympics and for the world stage.
Yeah, and I know what Carla was looking for here with this was really to showcase a whole variety of climbing and show just how much climbing has progressed and what new opportunities are out there in the climbing competition scene. So he's really, with each of these events in the series, trying to try a new style, new formats, and really just push the boundaries to see what we can do, keep things interesting, not just for the competitors, but for the spectators as well. And each one of the events has had a little bit different flair to it, a little bit different rules.
Yeah, and it's about taking those risks and seeing what works and what doesn't. And so far, a lot of this has just been really exciting climbing.
Here's Joe on the 5th and final problem. Whoa.
You can see we got kind of a monkey swing to a dyno across. And it looks like Kaito is going to move on to problem number 4.
Yep,
yeah, that's going to put him in 2nd place. Well done, Kaito.
What do you think, Ryan? You think the competitors are getting the tricks that they were missing out of the qualifier rounds?
I would say so. After watching, the spin flip, I mean, just starting off with, I don't know what you would even call it, the cartwheel somersault jump.
Let's see. Well, we've got the, yeah, Tim's on the wall trying to catch up there as well. Joe's getting back on, seeing if he can cinch the win here. Again, if he finishes this problem, he will take 1st place. First, if he's the first one to finish it, and he's the only one allowed to work it right now,
right,
until Kaito gets past number 4.
Did Kaito watch the spin flip? Looks like he's going to have to take some time to think through this.
Colin's made it up to that crimp.
All right, Colin pressing forward. The crowd really behind him.
Yeah.
Colin, what a beast. He's climbing 11 years. Recently got his driver's permit, so that's sweet, you know. He's going to
look at Joe showing him the beta. That's what we were talking about of, let me take a break from trying to win the competition to show you how I did this move. That's so awesome.
That's the climbing community, which is pretty awesome. And that right there is the modern climber. Despite what you may have heard, it's not the guy with the boombox at the crag. It's that guy right there helping out his competitor.
Lots of action on the wall. Joe Diaz going for the win.
Joe, hope I get that. There he is. And I was talking with Carlo earlier, the finish on this. So that is sort of a Waco that's protruding from the wall. So the inside is textured, but the outside is untextured. You can go for the jug. You can try and grab the outside of that hold, but it's going to be a lot more slick than the inside. However, the inside, of course, is going to be harder to hit.
Oh, Joe's making great progress here. This could be the win if he can get the top.
He's about to find the rainbow connection, it looks like.
Oh, and he's down. But great effort there. Yeah, Joe is unlocking that. Okay. And Solomon Barth moving on to problem number 4. So we're definitely seeing a much tighter competition here in the men's. Still opportunity here for these guys to catch up. Of course, they've got to get past problem 4 before they can get on to the final problem.
And you can see Kaito here. He's doing a different style. He's trying to work his way through this without the ninja backflip.
Ninja inverted pretzel backflip.
Right.
Move. Yeah. Making good progress with it too.
It's actually one of the problems with the modern climber is the lack of terminology.
All right, and just
producers haven't supplied us with any kind of dictionary of modern climbing. We're gonna have to work on that for you at home.
All right, and with that, Kaito moved on to problem 5. Now Tim's got sorry, not Tim. Now Joe's got competition. So now it's it's either their game at problem number 5. And Colin could be soon behind him. I feel like he could, good style problem here for him. Yeah, Tim's on the wall, number 3, trying to get through that. Tim and Ross are over there working that.
Oof. Boy.
Whoa, okay, we're seeing the pretzel move over here.
Yep. That's the reverse knee bar into the... Oof.
Wow.
Boy.
Yeah. Saul giving that one a try.
Yeah, Saul, you see, getting a little twist there. I was going to say, that's making my copay go up just to go see my chiropractor.
Which, conveniently, we do have chiropractor on site here at the Boulder Field Comp.
That is true. They bring one out. I might just step over there. Again, the inverted knee bar.
Colin is making that look smooth, though.
Can you make that look smooth? I don't know what that looks like.
Well, he's making it look doable.
That's true.
Wow.
And you got
All right,
Kaito there.
Kaito. Yeah, Kaito just taking a go at the final problem. So Kaito and Joe battling it out over there.
We got Colin here. He's just hanging out. Oh,
wow.
Nope.
I think this is exactly what the setters were hoping this format would bring out. We've got a really tight competition here. The guys are stacked kind of one right behind the other. We've got several competing at each boulder.
I think I figured it out. This move right here on number 4, this is the video game competition. That's the style, so this is obviously a 360 no scope.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm sure some of our listeners do. Look at Joe make that catch again.
Quick shout out to Natalie, who's watching over there in Sacramento, California on the live feed.
I see the question on our knee pads legal. I don't know. I'd have to go ask the judges on that, but none of our competitors have them out.
That is an interesting question. I'm going to step away real quick, ask Carlo. I want to find that out.
That's the sound of Ryan stepping away. All right, Kaito's going for the win here. If he can nail this problem, first one to nail this is the winner. Saul's making good work of that twisty move over there. Just got to get himself out of that position. Yeah, oh, I thought he had stuck that. All right, Kaito's giving it another go. Oh, Kaito made some good progress there. He could be on his way to the win here. Kaito Watanabe. Oh, he's got to get the second hand on there. Kaito just won. Kaito won the men's finals, the modern climber. Wow, impressive. He is excited. Getting the congrats from the competitors.
Wow, what an amazing finish.
So now Joe's gonna try to get his second place
second
here.
place, yeah. First person to get to the problem, but Kaito was able to finish that out. And I actually did talk to Carlo. Knee pads are completely fine in the competition. In fact, I believe one of the competitors out there is actually wearing one at the moment.
Okay, I didn't see that. All right, Saul's making good progress on number 4 here. Oh, hit the top hold, but did not top. All right, Joe's trying to go for second place. No, Colin is trying to stick the move coming out of that twisty lock position. Seen from the comment.
Kaito there brushing for Joe.
Yep.
I love it. Again, back to that climbing community, you know, just taking care of each other, giving each other beta, helping each other out, having a good time.
Oh, it looks like Colin's we're watching through the monitor here, so hard to see the knee pad on Colin. Oh, but see from our viewers that he is indeed wearing a knee pad on that move. And that Joey Kaup wishes that they would stop putting their knees into that bendy position. I'm assuming that's what he means, or he could be talking about us. Not sure, Ryan.
There it is again.
There's Saul going through, a little almost no hands move through there. Oh, making good progress. Still definitely has I mean, all the competitors here have a shot at second place, but he's getting closer to it. Finish this one up, then he can move on to the final problem.
Yeah, you could get to the final problem first, get stuck on it, and watch people pass you by. That's the interesting aspect of this formula.
Yeah, Saul's advancing on to the 5th problem.
And there he goes. Puts a little pressure on Joe here, but he's trying to wrap it up on this this go. And these are those sort of volcano-looking Waco. Almost
so
had
close.
it. These are very difficult holds to get into. They do not get a lot of grip. They do not give you any edge. All very negative holds.
All right, he's Colin sticking that move, coming out of it. Exactly what I think they were going for in the comp here. We're really still anybody's game here for the remaining places.
We got about 25 minutes left, about 24 minutes left in the climbing here, so plenty of time for anything to happen.
Yeah, Colin just worked his way to number 5. And now we have a 3-way battle going on here for second place.
It's kind of like watching Smash Brothers.
Is that a video game?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And if you're wondering all the video game references here, that's what's the, if you didn't hear us at the beginning, that's the driver behind this format. The Division is kind of a video game style where you have to progress from one level, complete one level before you can progress to the next. And clearly, Ryan is our local expert on video games.
I do my best.
All right. Colin's first go at problem number 5. He's trying to take second place.
Colin with the monkey bar swing, and he nails it, no problem.
This seems like this is going to be right up Colin's alley.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is, you know, it took him a while to get to number 5, but he can still take second place.
And he might very well be on his way to it.
He's working on it. And look at this.
Oh, yeah.
That is it.
Oh, second place for Colin Duffy.
Well done. Colin. You know, and he said he was just stoked on this competition put on by Carlo Traversi and the staff here at the Boulder Field. He's just excited to be here, excited to climb with some of his favorite peers, and he's stoked on the chill vibes. Joe still struggling on number 5.
Yeah, Joe and Saul battling it out for third place now. So again, Kaito Watanabe, first place. Colin Duffy, second. Anybody's game for third still. Although immediately here, Saul and Joe battling it out.
22 minutes left.
All right.
Looks like Tim there, looking for a mushroom power up. Wants to finish this out, and looks like he's got it. Nicely done.
All right. We're seeing a lot more here of what we were hoping to get out of this event, which is climbers making it through all of the problems, but at different times to get through each, but a lot more of a steady stream than we saw in the women's, where they just unfortunately, most of the pack got held up at problem number 3.
Right.
And this makes it, I think this is really what the organizers here were envisioning, of making this a very exciting competition to watch, because
anything can happen, as we've seen. Joe was first to get to these to this final problem, and yet now he's working for third place.
Let's see if those last few sends get him inspired here, and just his own strength. He's looking solid. Oh, man. So close on that.
I talked to Carlo earlier, and he said you could finish that both ways. They're obviously going for that, the inner portion of the Waco there, but you can, if you want, go to the smoother outside, which is going to provide, obviously, a greater surface area, but a lot more slick.
And Saul makes a great leap over to that hold. Oh, he's looking solid on here. Sticks this, oh.
Yeah, he's got it.
Solomon Barth, third place.
And that's going to put Solomon in third place, Kaito in first, and second is Colin Duffy.
Yeah, Solomon was 6th coming out of qualifiers, so just goes to show you anybody's game here. And
yeah.
I just don't think we're seeing a real advantage to order that you're coming out.
Right. Yeah. We talked to some of the climbers, which, you know, maybe take it a little bit easier. And qualifiers obviously want to get in, but maybe you just don't push yourself to the point of exhaustion.
Take it easy in qualifiers. That's Ryan's advice.
That's bouldering.
No.
We want
Just
short
giving you a hard
approaches.
time.
We want short approaches and, soft V6s. Is that too much to ask for?
Definitely none of these guys were taking it easy in the qualifiers. And all of the competitors, really solid field yesterday. It was great to watch. Although with the guys we talked to and the women as well, said a lot of the things just felt very outdoorsy, not what they were expecting.
Right.
I don't think we're going to hear that from the finals problems here as much.
Not. Brittany, I see you talking there about the chalk on Joe's pants. Do not worry about that. We take each of the competitors afterwards, vacuum their clothes, and resell the chalk later.
All right, somebody just pointed out that everyone with a shirt topped. I don't think there's a correlation there, but you never know.
Anti-gravity shirts could be a power-up we're not looking into.
Yeah, so these guys are taking a little break there. Ross is still trying to catch up. Working his way through problem number 3. We got 18 minutes left. Yeah, so if you didn't hear earlier, next year will be 4 events in the series. So another Boulder Field Masters take place next year. Our primary sponsor, Black Diamond, will be scattered throughout the year. Great events for both citizens and pros alike. Great swag, great cash prizes for the pros. A lot of fun.
Yeah, these have been great comps put on by Carlo and the crew here at the Boulder Field in Sacramento, California. Again, if you're in the area, come check out the gym. It's awesome. What you're looking at is just a tiny fraction of the walls in this gym, and plenty of training areas as well. Not to mention a pretty much world-class bar, and with some amazing coffee, some of the best cappuccinos. Joe's there pumping up the crowd.
All right, let's see how he goes here. He's going for 4th place. $750 on the line. Still not too shabby.
No. What did we decide? $750. That would easily buy you 5 pairs of unparalleled Neutro VCS climbing shoes.
Which who couldn't use 5 pairs? And like I said, all joking aside, I did get a pair recently, and I really love them. I added them to my arsenal. Didn't think I would, quite frankly, and they perform great.
Here you are.
Been really thrilled with them.
You won your section in the Citizens Comp, so obviously something's working. It's probably the shoes.
That's all it could be.
Well, and your amazing strength.
All right, these guys are battling it out for 4th place here.
Yeah, 4th, 5th, and 6th still on the line. 4th, $750. 5th, $500, which is 33 5-ounce bags of Friction Lab chalk. The chalk I use helps keep my butterfingers on the wall.
And we all appreciate your use of Friction Labs chalk.
$250 for 6th place. That's 15 bags of Temple coffee. Again, that's what, 1 month's worth of coffee for you, Julie?
Just about, yeah.
Nice. See Carlo there down filming.
All right.
Does a lot of work for this gym and for the bouldering community together. Really pressing this sport and pushing comps into a new direction.
Joe wants to get the crowd going here.
Joe again, he's getting them pumped up. You know what he should do is grab his ukulele.
That's true.
Play that Rainbow Connection and send this.
Here we go, Joe.
Oof.
Oh. Now, and Ross is still back here on problem 3, but reality is he could still leapfrog ahead of these guys. Just has to make it through the 2 gating problems first.
Right.
But 15 minutes left to go, too, so we're starting to...
Coming into crunch time here. Next person to put on their shirt wins. I don't like that.
No, I think this the men's finals we're seeing play out how we were anticipating this format would work. So this is exciting to watch, and really loving these problems. Great problems from the setters.
Carlo there getting up close and personal with the camera there. Showing everybody. Look at, we got some flappers here.
Yeah, there was some blood on the wall during qualifiers too. If you guys, anybody caught the Instagram posts of those.
Climbing is a rough sport. You've got to get your manicure dialed in. Got to get your man bun up tight. There's a lot to it.
It'll be interesting to see at the end of the series here if there's a favorite out of the different events that we've had and what that translates into for next year with the 4 events, because very different styles over the 3 events. We had the greatest flasher to start off with, which for the pros was you really got just one attempt at each problem. You either flashed it, which is sending it in your first go, or you didn't. And then second one, force majeure, focus more on power and kind of more old school bouldering. Old school bouldering from we'll say the late 90s, early 2000s. And then
that was great to watch.
Yeah, super exciting competition. And then this one, modern climber, whole different style yet. So be curious to see what they decide to keep, what they decide to tweak into next year, and what the events will be. But it's really cool having this series here of, and then following it through and having a series winner in addition to winners out of each of the events. So really gives incentive to the competitors to join in all of them. Joe's looking strong here.
Yeah, the main point that Carlo is trying to do here at the gym is just keep pushing the sport forward, and that seems to be what he's doing. Look at this. This looks like his best effort in a bit.
Oh, he's looking solid here. He's going for 4th place.
He's going to go in.
No.
Oh, gosh.
That is just giving him grief there. All right, here goes Tim. Getting that swing going. Oh. Checking his skin on the way as he lands. Huh. Couldn't tell if that was a splotch of blood on the wall.
Yeah.
I think Tim left it. There we go. Carlos helping us out there.
Leaving behind a little DNA. We're going to send that into 23andMe.
All right. Tim's giving it another go. And he sticks it.
Nice, and he gets it.
Tim's going for 4th place here.
Yep. Goodness gracious. Obviously has a flapper. Poor guy fighting through that pain. It's like Hansel and Gretel leaving a trail of crumbs up the bouldering problem.
Sorry.
All right, Carlo coming in here with
little
cleanup. Yeah, that's got it. That seems sanitary. Well done, Carlo.
Just a dab more.
Yeah, there we go. You can't see it, it never happened. Thanks to our camera operators out there for these live action shots. We appreciate all the crew.
All right. 10 minutes to go, guys.
Got 10 minutes here. Joe looking to send this problem. He was first to get to this problem and is now looking to try for 4th place. That is the interesting thing about this this format, is that it doesn't matter when you get to a problem. It's just whether you can finish it first or not.
Solid start there by Joe.
This is it.
Come on, Joe.
Come on, looking strong. That oof, I thought he had it that time.
Just not able to hold with that swing out. Yeah, so if none of these guys finish this problem before time runs out, their placement will be determined by who got to the boulder first.
Right.
Boulder problem first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of them in a particular hurry here to finish it up. Looks like they're all taking a good rest and going to try for it at their leisure. We got some dancing there from Joe. Somebody get that guy his ukulele, please.
Tim's
There
getting
we
the
go.
crowd fired up here.
Tim pumping up the crowd. Finishing up the repair job there on the flapper.
Yeah, Tim could take this to move into fourth. Let's see. Oh, he's just, so again, a lot of these moves were about dynamic move to precision, and that one seems to be giving him some trouble.
So that means Joe is in fourth place right now because he was the first to get to men's number 5. And the difference here, fourth, fifth, and sixth, that's $750 for fourth place, $500 for fifth, and $250 for sixth. Again, we want to thank our sponsors. Black Diamond obviously put a huge amount of gear and money towards these prizes here for the competitors and for the Citizens Comp too. We got Waltopia, Friction Labs, Chalk, Unparalleled Sports, Flashed Climbing, and of course Sacramento Temple Coffee. All putting out some great prizes and gifts for the raffles and taking care of the Sacramento climbing community. We appreciate it. That's Ross here, trying to finish up number 3. Been struggling with it. Looks like he's going to do it. He's got the crowd behind him.
The crowd is stoked.
Oh, yes.
Ross is stoked. Ross Fulkerson can finally move past number 3 where he's been stuck for quite a while.
There you go. Stoked from the competition there, getting a pat on the back. Again, that comes back to that climbing community.
About 6 minutes left here, so Ross would have to work his way quickly through number 4, but he still's in the running for fourth place here. Still anybody's up for grabs, but Joe is taking a run for it now. Yeah, another attempt by Joe. Tim's immediately going to jump on. These guys are trying to get their last 5 minutes or so in.
Yeah, each of them just trying to get 4th, 5th, and 6th place here, trying to max out
Tim is just
that prize money.
Not able to hit that precisely like he's trying to. And appreciate the feedback we're seeing out there, and actually really appreciate Mike's comment there, and really want to hear what you guys want to hear so we can find that right mix, and duly noted on some more athlete background. Work that into the mix for next year, our next series.
We're coming down to the last 5 minutes here. They got 5 minutes to push into whatever place they're going to finish in. Remember that just Joe getting into problem number 5 means that he automatically is ahead of everyone else unless they finish problem number 5. So he's got a comfortable position there, but if Tim or Ross is able to come ahead and finish, then they will take the lead. Well, the lead for 4th place, I should say.
I don't know if our live stream viewers can hear the music in the background, but it's getting very dramatic.
It's very tense, yes.
Putting the pressure on for the last few minutes here. Joe's giving it a good brush. Ross is over there trying to catch up.
I was trying to get the DJ to play the underground music from Mario, you know, did it.
No, I don't know, Ryan.
Did it. You don't know that one?
No. I'll ask my nephew.
Well, it's very intense.
All right, immediately after wrapping up here, they will do not just the pros awards for today's event, but for the series as well. So if you didn't hear, first place, $3,000 for the series winner, first place, $2,000 for second, $1,000 for first. That's in addition to the prizes for today. So a lot of money going out for the cash purse for these competitors.
Joe here trying to finish up problem number 5. He was first to get to it. Just wants to finish it, but man, they have got to be exhausted by now.
Yeah, these guys did 10 problems yesterday in qualifiers. Been obviously making a lot of goes at all these problems for some of them, and this last one's just, oh my God.
The effort.
Just working, let's see how Ross goes through this move here. Coming down to the wire here, just a couple minutes left. Let's see Ross moving quickly. Wants to get in another attempt on number 4.
And Ross could, I mean, in last place now, but still with this format, could finish this problem, come in, finish problem number 5, and jump ahead of the other 2 climbers that he's competing with at the moment.
Guys battling it out to see where they rank in less than 2 minutes to go, I believe.
This is what this format does. I mean, he's got to be exhausted, but now he is, I mean, literally, he can jump in and grab 4th place.
Okay, gotta admit, I was a little dubious in the women's finals about this format, but I'm loving it in the men's. So I think just maybe a little bit of tweaking, and this could be a real exciting format going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I was hesitant at first too, but this has been pretty exciting.
Would love to hear folks' comments of what they think of this format, of the series. Know that they're looking to make changes and improvements as we go. This is the first year of the Boulder Fields Masters, and it's a learning experience, so feedback appreciated.
Yeah, this is all about pressing the sport and really mixing things up and making exciting changes. So you want to see what works and what doesn't, and go forward from there.
All right.
Ross again, you know, lagged behind for you know, a majority of the comp, and yet now here is battling it out for 4th place between the guy that got to the 5th, Joe Diaz, the guy that got to the 5th climb first.
All right, Tim Kang giving another go here as we wind down the clock.
Yeah, we've got about 30 seconds left, so
approximately.
Yeah. These are these last few climbs here. Joe again just getting the crowd pumped up. He's stoked, they're stoked.
6, 5, 4. All right,
This
Joe
is
will be the last
attempt
one.
for the night.
Yep, come on, Joe. Yes, keeping it exciting. Nothing like a little pressure. Just stick a move. Oh, come on, Joe.
Boy. Come on, Joe. Come on. Oh, wow. Wow, so exciting. Well done to all the climbers.
Wow, great job, guys.
So then that looks like it's going to be Joe, Tim, and Ross for 4th, 5th, and 6th place. Ross going to go ahead and give that a trial. Of course, it's not going to count, but he's going to give that a try here. What an exciting, exciting competition. I really like that format. Plus, the video game references are wonderful.
Yeah. Great showing here by both the women and men's pro finals. Here for the final results from the women's competition.
Yeah, we got in 6th place, Madere. And in 5th place, Mira Capicchioni. And 4th place coming up here is going to be Thea Wulff. All of these finalists participating in the purse, getting some sort of cash prize. 3rd place, Sienna Kopf. Making our way around to the podium. 2nd place for the women's modern climber, Cloe Coscoy. And a Sacramento favorite here, climbing here quite often at the Boulder Field. Meagan Martin coming in for 1st place. Well done, Meagan. Each of these climbers, we all saw they did their best today and really pushed the limits of flexibility, strength, endurance, and just mental fortitude. And Meagan really showed some amazing prowess, finishing all 5 problems for the ladies.
Yeah, great work by everyone here.
And great sportsmanship, too. You can see all of them just hugs and pats on the backs and beta sharing. You can tell they all enjoyed it.
All right, and for the men's pros, 6th place, Ross Fulkerson. Fifth place, Tim Kang. Fourth place goes to Joe Diaz, coming out now. Competitors getting their checks here. Great cash purse for both the men's and the women's competitors. 3rd place, Solomon Barth. Great effort from Saul.
And for 2nd place, we got Colin Duffy.
2nd place, Colin Duffy. And winning it all for the Boulder Field's Modern Climber men's finals, Kaito Watanabe. Great effort by all these guys. Really fun competition, really exciting, close finishes in the men's, and great problems all around. Really exciting watching the women climb, too.
Great new format pushed here by the Boulder Field and Carlo Traversi here in Sacramento. Just moving things forward. And we're coming out with the series winners now for the all 3 competitions, which make up the Boulder Field Masters. Looks like in 3rd place we have
Cloe Coscoy.
Yeah, Cloe Coscoy. And Madere taking 2nd place in the series. That's $2,000. No surprise here. And numero uno, Meagan Martin. What a great way to finish off her her comp run before she goes into some commentary for ESPN. Takes 1st place here in the Boulder Field Masters.
Yep, this is again for the series, so they come sum total of all 3 events. For the men's, 3rd place, Tim Kang. Again, this is for the series, so cumulative for all 3 events. Tim's got 3rd. 2nd place, Joe Diaz for the series. First place, Colin Duffy. Congrats to these 3 competitors. Great job.
Extraordinary effort from all these climbers today and through the series total.